Get started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the 14 Eagles Screen Share webinar. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. We hope you guys had a really, very powerful week here. We have a lot of great things going on with the 14 Eagles platform. You know, we're coming up on the last few holidays of the year, so we got to get some things going here so we can get ready for the new year. I think it's going to be a very powerful year for the 14 Eagles platform. And again, as we like to say, bring your friends and family to the platform. Let them see it for themselves. Matter of fact, make that their Christmas gift this year. Bring them to the platform and put the $6 in and let them get started, all right? So with that being said, Brian, to you.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Greg. And again, I'd like to welcome all of you to the 14 Eagles Thursday night webinar. You could be anywhere else tonight, and you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. As Greg said, you know, we're looking for some great things next year in 14 Eagles, and we really believe that the coming year is going to be a high point of 14 Eagles. There's a lot of things coming down the pipe, and we want you guys to be involved with it, and you're at the right place at the right time. We really, truly believe that. And our main focus always is to get the concept over, to let people know exactly what 14 Eagles is all about, because a lot of times people miss what we're trying to convey, and they try to lump us with all the other type of programs that are out there, all the other gifting platforms that are out there, all the Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes and all the negative connotations that you can think of. They try to lump 14 Eagles in with those things. And we're trying to show that we're different than that. And so that's why we do what we do. We don't try to talk people into 14 Eagles. We want people to come to 14 Eagles because this is what they want, and they want to be a part of this community. And so what I want to do real quick is just go to our community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And here is where you'll get most of the information about the 14 Eagles platform and our community. And most in particular, if you scroll down on the home page, you'll see our welcome. And we really, really encourage you to read this welcome. Get this welcome in your mind, okay? Because this is a great snapshot of the concept of what 14 Eagles is really all about, all right? And if you can read this and it resonates with you, then you'll be right on track of what we're trying to do here at 14 Eagles. You know, we're here to build a virtual community, a community of like-minded individuals that's coming together to help each other. And that's our main standing point of what we do here at 14 Eagles. Yes, we do have a gifting platform, and our gifting platform is very easy and very simple for people to get involved and use. And with our platform, it's not at a place to where it's going to disrupt your financial situation as it is right now. Okay, we're talking about $6 one time out of pocket to help someone else, so you can put yourself in a position to be helped. That's the key to what we do here at 14 Eagles. But we're more than just a gifting platform as well, because we have a lot of other layers that we have within our community. That's what makes us a true community. And one of the things that we've done is we've partnered with others with our community. And one of the companies that we partnered with is Dynamic Trio. And Dynamic Trio has a trilogy of platforms. That really encompasses what 14 Eagles encompasses. Okay, we have the same type of philosophies, and one of their trilogies of platforms is Fund Me 24/7, which is located on the 14 Eagles community website. And here, we really encourage you to take a look at the Fund Me 24/7 platform on Dynamic Trio. It will really put you in the mind of what 14 Eagles is really doing as well. And that's why we work together, because there's no need to compete with one another, because, you know, we're all heading in the same direction. So we might as well do it together. And see, and our philosophy is to get rid of debt and to wipe out poverty. All right? And with that in mind, we should work together. We all should work together. No matter what type of business or what type of services that you may have or products that you may have, we say bring it to the community. And so, so we can all work together to help each other become prosperous, right? And then also, their other platform that they have is Feed Me 24/7. Feed Me 24/7 is a feeder system for Fund Me 24/7. And when you learn how to work these two interchangeably with one another, then it will really help your teams and your community to grow. And as your community grows, so will your financial stability grow as well. And that's the key to the whole thing. And then they have a third platform that they introduced called wow, it just left my mind. It's another platform that they have as well that is totally off the chart, and I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. It just lost my mind. But that platform right there is like the icing on the cake of all of this. All right, and it's all about contributions and gifts, and that's the marvelous part about it. It's not about making money. It's not about selling anything or trying to take anything from anyone. It's all about contributing to each other. It's all about gifting to each other. It's all about helping each other financially and put us in a whole different dynamic to where we can take care of everything that we do in our community. The other thing I want you to take a look at is Cutting Edge Techno Solutions, with SETS for short. And this company that we partnered with, they're at a whole different level. They are building communities from the ground up, okay? Literally from the ground up, building by building, brick by brick. And guess what? They're doing it with everyday trash. The everyday trash that we normally throw away, they're taking that and turning it into something reusable, something that we can use to build buildings with, to make furniture, to make clothes, even renewable energy, okay, to make your energy bill go down. I mean, it is unbelievable what they are doing. So we really encourage you to check that out, see what they're doing, see how you can fit in, okay, because they are a part of our community. And so you want to, see what they're doing for the community as well. And then the other thing that I want to show you is hyper community, okay, dealing with hyperverse. And I'm telling you, this is something that will blow your mind. Unfortunately, they have changed their look and their logo, and we have to change that on our community site, and we're going to be changing that very shortly. But you definitely want to check this out when it becomes available on the site again, because they've just changed over into their new platform, and we really want you to see that. And their name of the company now is called Hyperverse, and it is a powerful, powerful thing. And you're talking about building a community in a virtual world. They have done it in spades, okay, in spades. And it's something that you've never seen before. And they're taking it to a whole nother level. And so with us working together to make these things happen, no longer do we have to rely on governments and corporations to take care of us anymore, okay? We're going to flip the script on them to where we're going to be in charge of them instead of us being in charge, instead of them being in charge of us, all right? And so, but we have to be in a proper mindset to get that done. And so we hope that you take heed in that, look at what we're doing, and understand the concept of what we're trying to get across. And so to help with that, there's a little video that we want you to watch real quick to kind of put it in perspective for you.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources. A shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. but we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
All right, so there you have it. You know, are you a connector? Are you in the mind to connect people with one another? See, this is what it's all about, you know, even beyond 14 Eagles. It's all about people coming together, connecting with one another, you know, and you have to be in the right frame of mind to have the right mindset to do that. And so that's what 14 Eagles is trying to do. It's trying to get people in the right frame of mind, with the right mindset, and uplift their consciousness, okay, their conscious level of thinking, okay, so they can be consciously aware of what's going on around us. And so on our main page on our 14 Eagles community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com, we have a series of videos, and we really encourage you to take a look at these videos. You know, I challenge you to watch these videos. They're very short videos, but they're very succinct in what they talk about. And if you watch these videos, I will almost guarantee you, when you walk away from these videos, it's going to put you in another frame of mind. It's going to get you to thinking. It's going to get you to researching more about what's being talked about on these videos. And if you do move in that direction, then you're going to find that you're going to open yourself up to a brand new world of consciousness. Trust me on that. And when you do that, now you become an advent for the community to be able to go out and help as many people as possible. Because the more you help people, the more you help yourself. Does that make sense? So, in saying that, you know, this is what we want to do. Wrong one. On our platform, our 14 Eagles video platform, you know, you want to go to 14 Eagles video on our community website, and you will see the gifting platform that we have. This right here is very succinct. It's very easy to understand, and it's very simple to use. All right, and you're in total control. So we want you to be able to grasp this concept, if at all possible, and tie it in with the concept of what we do here at 14 Eagles. So without further ado, we want to show you the 14 Eagles video platform. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business, it's not a corporation, it's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7 totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30 totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100 totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200 totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250 totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless. All right, so there you have it. That is the 14 Eagles platform in a nutshell. And looking at the platform, if you don't understand it right away, that's okay. You know, look at the video again, you know, as many times as it takes. Also, we have a How It Works tab right here, where it will go through the platform itself, line by line, step by step, so you can kind of study it for yourself. But once you have seen the video and understand the platform, right below it, you'll see all the steps that you need to take to get involved in the platform, to sign up, getting set up, and sending the gifts and receiving your gifts. If you go through these steps, you shouldn't have too much of a problem at all. Just get with the person that invited you. They can help walk you through these steps and get you on your way on the gifting platform, and start receiving gifts yourself. You know, there's a lot of gifting platforms out here today, and a lot of them, you know, they range from anywhere from $25 for gifts all the way up to, I've seen some for $5,000. So understand, you know, you have to be in the right frame of mind in getting involved in a gifting platform, and understand that when you get involved in a gifting platform, you're literally giving money away, okay? This is not an investment. This is not some type of business. or some type of service or product that you have to sell. That's none of that. That's completely different. You're giving away money to help others. And by doing that, that's putting yourself in a position to help yourself, okay, through the community that we're building. All right? And you're in direct effect of helping the community to grow by building your own community as well. And so there's a certain mindset that you have to have in order to do that. And that's one of the reasons why 14 Eagles has been around as long as it has. We don't have all the frills and thrills here. We don't show big fancy cars and money flying all over the place, because it's not about the money, okay? It's about the community. And you'll always hear us say that here at 14 Eagles. It's always about the community. And this is why we say you have to have a different mindset, a different mentality, a different way of thinking when you're dealing in the 14 Eagles community. Because the 14 Eagles community is all about the people, not about the money. Now, yes, don't get me wrong. We understand money is needed. Money is needed for the everyday life, okay? But money is just a tool. And if you put money in its proper perspective, then it could work for you much better. And it's not to where you're chasing money all the time. Here at 14 Eagles, we show you how to put yourself in a position where the money is chasing you instead of you chasing the money. Does that make sense? So, in saying that, a lot of people sometimes look at a $2 gift and they say, well, I can't do anything with a $2 gift. I can't make any money with that. Okay? So when they say that, I can't make any money with that, that right there lets you know they're in the wrong frame of mind. Because first of all, in 14 Eagles, we don't make money, right? We don't make money. No, all we do is accept our blessings, all right? And we give to help others. That's all we do here. And that's what we're trying to get people to see. But in retrospect, if you really look at the $2, what can that really do, though? If you build a community, if you have a community of people, what can that really do? Because, see, a lot of times, because of the way we think, okay, society has kind of formed our thinking in such a way that small things means nothing to us. It's got to be big stuff, okay? Well, I'm here to tell you, small things can grow into big things. It all depends on how you use it, okay, and what you put it into. So what I want to do real quick, just to kind of get you in that perspective, is to show you a little quick video real quick, and maybe you'll see what I'm talking about.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40, and in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the eighth wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
All right. So, if a penny doubling every day for 31 days can get you over $10 million, what could happen if you compound $2? Better yet, what can happen if you compound people? Think about it for a minute, right? See, understand, a lot of times we look at things differently. We look at them the wrong way. Okay, if you put it in proper perspective, now you can really, create change if you look at it in a different way. And so here at 14 Eagles, we're trying to get people to look at things differently. Change your mindset, okay? Dream a little bit, okay? Create a community that will help take care of you. Okay, a community can take care of itself. No more do we need corporations and governments to take care of us anymore. We need to get out of that mindset. Stop looking for governments and corporations to do for us what we can do for ourselves. Does that make sense? See, if we come together and do what we need to do as a community, and we do it in a virtual setting, in a virtual world where we can do whatever we want. We can use our imagination. If we do that in a virtual setting, like we have here at 14 Eagles, and build our own community with the help of other companies that are partnering with us to get that done, then the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Okay? And we use the compounding effect on the community, and we compound the people, our energy, and take the tools that we need to do whatever we need to do with them. Oh man, the sky's the limit. Okay, there's no limit to what we can do, and so we use the virtual world to build up the virtual world in our virtual community, to build up our wealth and our talents and our tools, and take it over into the real world and affect change. Does that make sense? So, to really take us out on a good note, and we've started doing this for the last few weeks, and I love this. I love this tune. This is the number one record on the charts, on the 14 Eagles Billboard chart. Okay, and send this song out to everybody. Because, see, here in 14 Eagles, as we build this community, we already know that we've won just by doing what we're doing. We already know we've won. And guess what? When we win, things automatically come to us. So if it's money that we need, guess what? We can make it happen. And we know that it's coming. Here's number one on the 14 Eagles Billboard charts.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it. And I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me. And working. I can just feel it. And I believe it's working for me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. Plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me. And working. I can just feel it. And I believe it's working for me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to pay, with plenty left over to give away. One day it's coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. And I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Feel like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
All right. Money is coming to me. Is it coming to you? All right. Coming through 14 Eagles, it can. Okay. So, hey, look, let's have fun. Let's do this thing next year. Okay. 14 Eagles is the longest running gifting platform out here today. This month makes 11 years for 14 Eagles. 11. Okay. We've had over 70,000 people come through 14 Eagles. People have paid their bills coming through 14 Eagles, okay, throughout the years. But it's the mindset that we're working on. And hopefully, we can start changing people's mindsets and uplifting people's conscious awareness about what's going on out here in the world today. And so if we can do that and we grow this community, we can be a self-sustaining community that nobody, no corporation, no government could ever touch. Okay? That's the key. So I hope you understand and kind of get the gist of what we're doing here at 14 Eagles. But I really do. And so what I want to do real quick before we close out, I want to get my partner in crime, the guy who really helped keep this thing together. Greg, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Great, great. Excellent call again. Enjoyed every minute of it, especially our #1 hit song.
That's right.
I'll tell you guys, the next 2 weeks we have a lot of beautiful things coming up. We, like Brian said, we're going into the new year. We got to make this probably the most powerful year we've ever had. Like Brian said, we've been around 11 years. We not going anywhere. Bring your friends and family. Let them hear this for themselves. Don't try to make them see this. Just come to the community, come to the platform. The 14 Eagles platform will do the heavy lifting for them. You're in the right place at the right time. Just join us. Bryant, back to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. And you're right. I truly believe that you're here at the right time, because what we're getting ready to put forth in the next year is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm putting it out there now. It's going to be amazing. And so, get people to take a look at what we're doing here. This call is recorded. It goes out the next day. Whoever couldn't make it, get this out to them. Get this out to the people that couldn't make it today. Let them see what 14 Eagles is all about, where we're at, what we're trying to do. Okay? And let's start the next year off with a bang. We're here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the next 2 weeks, we won't be here because of the holidays, but starting in the first week of January, I believe it's the 4th of January, we'll be right back on the webinar, okay, getting the word out about 14 Eagles. And so let people know where we are, how to get to us. You can come to our community website at www.14eaglesden.com. You can click on the Contact Us tab, and right here you'll see the link to come to the webinar. If you can't get to the webinar, you can call in on the call-in number, okay? Also, we have a sizzle call number, old school. You can call in on this number, on the sizzle call number, and put in this code, and just hand the phone to a person and let them listen to a little recording that tells them and gives them a glimpse of what 14 Eagles is all about. And also, if you have any questions, you can also email us, and you can call us on our member service number at 301-684-1216. Okay? So we try to leave no stone left unturned here. We turn up every rock. All right? So therefore, there's no excuses other than you just don't want to be here. And we can deal with that. We understand that. Okay? But like I said, we're building a community of like-minded individuals, and we're here to grow the community and become self-sufficient. And if that's you, then we encourage you to come along and help build the community and help partner with all the partners that we've had and the partners that are to come. And let's build this virtual community so we can go into the real world and affect change. So with that, I thank you for those of you that could come tonight, and I thank you for those of you that looking at the the recording of the webinar tonight. We really appreciate you, because you could be anywhere else, you could be looking at anything else, but you chose to come here, and we really, really appreciate that. So we thank you from the bottom of my heart. You all have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, be safe, and we love you, and we'll see you next year. So with that, thank you all, and have a great day. Peace.